I feel that I'm always going to be a gamer at heart, right? When I'm 40, 50 years old and my kids want to play video games with me, I'm going to bust that ass. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you thought that your dad was going to let you win? Nah, I'm going to keep tearing you apart until you adapt and you learn how to beat me. You feel me? You know, once you start to beat me, then it's like, all right, good job. And depending on how much time I can devote to my kids, video game passion, I'll try to learn new ways to adapt and beat them as well. Now don't get me wrong, the older I get, the slower my reflexes and my thumb's gonna get a little bit stiffer, you know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, I'm always gonna give my kids a run for their money because that's what makes it more fun, right? One of the things that I've noticed is that gamers these days, it's like for some reason toxicity is the default. The blame game and gaslighting is the default for most gamers that aren't even that good. All the gamers, come on, gather up real quick. Let's all join the queue together real quick, right? For those of you that play League of Legends, what's that new game that came out? Marvel Rivals, Valorant, any team-based game where everyone kind of has to pull their weight, right? Overwatch, where everyone has to pull their weight. And if someone's slacking, you about to lose, right? Isn't it so annoying when you have that one team member that doesn't know how to play with a team? That one person, especially, this might get a little specific for some people, but in Marvel Rivals, right? Wolverine is going to jump into a team of 6 people and then die and then blame the healer. Come on, bro, why didn't you heal with me? Hey, why didn't you guys rush in with me? No, all 5 of us were together. You jumped in by yourself and you're blaming us. You see what I'm saying? There's so much of that these days because, like I've been saying in all of my non-gaming videos, like each generation seems to get softer and softer and softer. One of the biggest things that I've noticed with gamers these days is gamers don't want competition. Now, I watched the Black Hokage on YouTube, and like one of the things that he always points out is the average gamer's age is 35 years old. Because the people that started gaming are getting older. So the average gamer's age is 35 years old. People think that it's a kid's sport and all that type of stuff, but I'm realizing that the kids are just making it more toxic because they don't know how to work in a team. A lot of these kids, the only competition that they get is on the keyboard and mouse, on the sticks, so they don't know how to work in this team. They don't know how to adapt, One of the things I've noticed is that gamers do not like competition. They want every single game to be a highlight reel. The things that they saw on some popular streamer's Twitch channel, a highlight reel. They want to get the 6 kill, like the multi kills. They want the team wipes. They want all of this, and that's all they're fishing for the entire time. If not realizing that, you get those every once in a while, but play the game. We are trying to win. You're trying to get a clip. You know what I'm saying? And when we're not, feeding and throwing the game, you realize that, oh wait, there's other good people in the world. I'm not the best person. Just because I could beat my little brother doesn't mean that I could beat the person that hasn't left his computer in 3 days. You see what I'm saying? Like, we're at the point now where someone will start the game off and go 0-1, and because they died first, they're just going to rage quit and leave the team to fend for themselves. There's too much of that, bro. Learn how to adapt. You are going to lose. That's part of the fun of the game. Damn, I got my ass beat. All right, what did I do wrong? What can I improve upon so then I could do that to somebody else? It's always fun when you pub stomp, and it's always fun when you feel untouchable, unstoppable. Everyone wants to have that power fantasy when they play video games, but you have to realize that there's other people trying to live out that fantasy as well, and some of them are going to be more successful than you. You are going to lose. Everything is not about the stats. Everything is not about your KD. I can have a .000 negative 43 KD, but as long as I go 27-1 against you, that's all I care about. Stats don't mean nothing. If you're not a streamer, if you're not being paid to play video games, why are you breaking your keyboard? Why are you punching your TV? Why are you screaming? Why are you getting so worked up over something that when you hit that power button, it's done? Has no real world application. It ain't getting you paid. It ain't getting you laid. Just had to go with the rhyme there. You know what I'm saying? It ain't doing nothing for you. And you are putting so much of your heart and soul and literal you sweats out there into a video game that's doing nothing for you. Now, don't get me wrong. It's okay to get passionate. It's okay to get caught up in the moment. Fuck! I could have got him. Cool. But when you see these rage compilations, there's some people you could tell that are doing it for fun. And then there's some people that are legitimately mad, showing how much of a man-child they are when they're wearing the little graphic tees and stuff, but you realize that they have no social life. They have nothing going for them, but yet the only time that they feel a sense of confidence is the video game. There's way too much of that. Video games are fun. It is a form of escape. But when you overdo it, that's when you start to find yourself to be a little sweaty person that thinks that they can only be confident and successful in a video game. Don't be these people. Have a balance. When you're playing the video game, please, yes, learn how to have fun, but learn when it's time to play. At the end of the day, whether you're just there to bullshit and play around and you're there to actually sweat and be competitive, realize that number one, there's always going to be somebody better than you. And then number two, just because they beat you doesn't mean they're hacking. And number three, no matter if they're hacking or not, if you are punching and breaking things, you're taking the game too seriously. You see this stuff under this tree over here? It's called grass. See that stuff? That's a tree, that's grass, and there's some snow. Go touch it sometime. There's a whole world outside your sweaty ass room with your pizza boxes, Doritos, and Mountain Dew. All right? That's it. Till next one.